you very much. We're happy to be here with you this evening. Actually, we're happy that you're with us this evening. We got to host the vocal finals last night and then band finals tonight, and it's great to have everybody back in the live circuit again. So thank you very much for coming out and supporting jazz. We're going to do 3 pieces for you this evening. The first piece is Straight No Chaser, and we're going to feature on drums Mr. Connor Stewart and on tenor sax Mr. Kieran McKenzie. Our second selection this evening is Pat Metheny and Lyle May's The First Circle, and we're going to feature Kevin Wong on alto sax. And our final selection this evening is on Green Dolphin Street, and we're going to feature Kevin Wong on alto sax and Kieran McKenzie on tenor sax, and we're going to start that tune off with Michael Carnoff on bass. This is the Princeton High School Studio Band. Thank you very much for coming out tonight.
Good morning to Mr. Bon Jovi and the Princeton High School Studio Band. Dr. Jeff Kunkel here from the Cali School of Music at Montclair State University. On behalf of the National Jazz Festival, I'm very pleased to be able to talk to you for a few moments about your outstanding performance that I've watched a couple of times now on the video submission. And the ensemble, of course, is fantastic. It starts that way too. It really just knocks their socks off. The beginning of Straight No Chaser, extremely difficult ensemble section to start the chart. And it seems almost tailor-made for your band. You really come out hitting it, and it really works as kind of the wow factor to start the show. You have everyone's attention at that point without question. And it's played really very cleanly and with high energy. So, you know, it's really gets you off to a great start, and then it doesn't really let down very much after that. So a lot of good things going on in Straight No Chaser. The high energy solo from tenor. I will say that the sax soli is not exactly together on the day that this live performance was completed. And I'm sure you've played it better than that. It almost seems like the tempo might be a little too much to get it, but as I said, I'm sure you've done it well many times. It's kind of almost backwards that the brass are getting the tricky stuff at this tempo, and sax is not quite on the soli. But I'm sure, as I said, it's kind of a glitch. So the opener works really well for you. And you move right into first circle. I love this piece and the whole album, the whole record. I guess actually I was just listening to it again probably about 2 weeks ago, and there are some really wonderful compositions on there, and of course this being one of them. To me, the key here is that it creates nice versatility. For your group in comparison with the first chart, allows you to play with a warmer sound, which is good to hear compared to the bright sound of the first piece. But in this tune, that's not the style. And so you're able to use that warmer sound. At one point, in fact, there was a trombone prior just before the alto solo, is according to my notes here, that there was a time when the tone turned kind of abrasive, and you want to be careful there, trombones. You don't want it to get to be that way at all. Alto solo, fantastic. Alto solo is fantastic throughout. The tenor solo is fantastic throughout. There's no, doubt that these are very strong soloists for you to feature in your group, and it's no wonder that they get the majority of the feature time. So this tune sounds fantastic overall. Careful with the clapping. Some of it doesn't seem to lock up 100%. It's not easy, pretty tricky, and it needs to really be well learned if it's going to be an integral part of the music, as it traditionally is in this piece. So works really well for you as a contrasting piece to the opener Straight No Chaser. Okay, so then we move along to the heavyweight conclusion piece, Green Dolphin Street. I think that, this is probably a good time to mention this. I don't think necessarily that your sound is helped by relatively hot mics that are used there live, it sounds like, on the concert performance. And it's also a little uneven. It really winds up being dependent on, who's facing which mic and what's picking up, and that kind of stuff, rather than us hearing your real true sound. In a way, I'd love this to all these submissions to just have to be played acoustically, in order that we could really hear the sounds of the ensembles. And I think that the uneven miking is not helping the bones here in Green Dolphin Street. As I said, great job, really sweet alto playing, and tenor. You guys are having a great time doing this duet thing, and just having a wonderful time playing your solos together. So that's fantastic. Both great technical players, particularly if I throw in the phrase, at your age, which of course it is true. For young musicians, you really have incredible technical facility. Tenor player, you don't have to always go with the altissimo thing, and you can even back off the amount of notes at times, but you have a lot of fire and energy in your playing, and there's it's really not a bad thing. It's probably typical of younger players that just are developing that kind of technique, not really being comfortable yet knowing where to edit. And as time passes, I'm sure you're going to become a great editor of your own solos, and know where to use the most dramatic elements of your solo playing. So the band sounds, just great overall. It's a really well chosen program, but knowing a little bit about your ensemble over the years, I know that there's not many programs that you're not able to tackle, and your band can be really proud of that. An outstanding ensemble that any school would be proud to have as their top jazz ensemble. And I really enjoyed listening to you on this recording of your live performance. I'm hopeful that we're all able to be back together next year again at the live National Jazz Festival in Philadelphia in the spring. And as I always will be, I'll look forward to hearing you again there, and maybe at some other time during the year. So congratulations on your performance for the National Jazz Festival recording. Again, Jeff Kunkel here from Cali School of Music at Montclair State. It was great to hear your ensemble. Continued good luck to you.